Welcome to class. Today is a new chapter, that is sense organs. Okay. So now what are the sense organs? Okay. Those organs of your body which receive sense. Okay. Which receive sense from the environment. Okay. That is called stimulation. Okay. Which receives stimulation. Those are known as sense organs. You know very well there are five major types of sense organs in your body. Those are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Okay. These are five major, you know very well what are their functions. Okay. Eyes as used for vision, that's why that is known as photoreceptors. Photo means light. Okay. It receives light, that's why it is known as photoreceptors. Next is ears. Ears are known as phonoreceptors. Phone means sound. It receives sound. That's why it is called phonoreceptors. Next, nose. Nose is used for smell. That's why it is called chemoreceptors. Tongue is used for taste. That it is also called chemoreceptors because they both used in the recognizing of the chemicals or chemical-based substances. Okay. After that, the skin. Skin is called thermoreceptor and the mechanoreceptor. Thermo, why thermo? Because it's because of the temperature. Okay, by skin we can feel the hot or the cold temperature. After that, if someone touch us, we can feel that somebody touches. So touch or the pressure, if somebody applies on us, okay, that is called mechano. That's why it is called mechanoreceptor. Now you have two major organs in your syllabus, that is eyes and ears. Firstly, we are going to study about the eyes. Okay. So see, eyes, the physical appearance of the organs, the parts of the eyes which you can see by the outside. Okay. The physical appearance, that is orbits. Orbits is inside the skull. Okay. The bony part of the head, that is skull. Skull having the empty sockets. Okay, empty socket in which eyeballs are get fixed. That is called orbits. Okay. Next there is eyelids. Eyelids, you know very well, are the upper portion of the eye. Okay, the tissue portion of the eye, that is called eyelids. It shut off the light. Okay, and it protect the eyes. Okay. When suddenly you might have feel suddenly if anything fall in your eyes, we just close our eye. Okay, that is by the help of eyelids. Okay. Next there is eyebrows. Eyebrows, although it's not a part of eye, but as you can see, it's lie above the eye. It's not part, but it protects the eye. Okay, it protects the eye. How? If the tear and the rain water falls directly from the head, it slightly changes its path. Okay, it does not fall in our eye. It gets slide away from the side. Okay. So next there is tail gland. Tail gland is present here at this portion. This is also known as lacrimal gland. Okay. This portion, what does it do? Okay, what does it do? Its function is to produce tears. Okay. It produces tears and it gives to the tear ducts. There are total 6 to 12 tear ducts in our eyes. Okay. By which the tears come out on the surface. Okay. Now, what are the functions of tears? Why tears come out in the eye? Tears have so many functions. Like first of all, it contains an enzyme called lysozyme. Okay, lysozyme. It is an enzyme which kills germs. If there are any germs get in our eye, it can be killed by the lysozyme. Okay. So next, it provides lubrication to the eye. Okay, lubrication means moisturization. Okay, moisturization to the eye. And next, it helps as communication. Okay, communication by the emotions. Okay, if we get so much upset or we get so much happy, the tears comes out. Okay, and it shows to the other person that the particular person is upset or the particular person is happy. That's why he is crying. Okay. So this is the function of tear. After that, tear duct to carry the tears. Okay. Next there is conjunctiva. Conjunctiva you can see here in this part. Okay. Then next there is structure of eyeball. You have to study about the structure of the eyeball. The total eyeball is divided into two major portions. Okay. First this cavity. This this larger cavity is called vitreous chamber, okay, and the smallest cavity is called aqueous chamber. This portion is called aqueous chamber, okay. The fluid is filled in this region, it is called vitreous humor, and in this portion the fluid is aqueous humor, okay, aqueous humor, okay. After that you can see the eyeball is covered with a layer, okay, one particular layer, but it is divided or separated in three layers. The outermost layer is sclera, okay, the outermost layer is called sclera, the inner one is called choroid, and the innermost layer is retina, okay, retina. So see, sclera is the outermost layer, but in the front of the eye it gets bulged out, it bulges out from the front side and it forms a part called cornea, okay. Then the choroid layer is also get bulged out at the front, but it forms an extension, it is called the suspensory ligament, okay, here it is called suspensory ligament, and then it further extends to make iris. The front part is called iris, okay, this part is called the iris, is the colored part of our eye, okay. You might have seen in persons, some have grey eyes, some have green colored eyes, some have blue, some have black and brown, okay, different colors. So that colored part is called the iris, okay. This iris is there, the colored part, okay. Now then there is a central portion that is called pupil, this portion, okay, this is iris and this is pupil, okay. Here it is iris and there in center it is pupil. Just behind it this is lens, okay, by which the light get converged and then image formed at retina, okay. So the retina is the innermost layer. It is very important because always the image formed at the retina, okay. So there is one more point, that is yellow spot. Yellow spot is the area of best vision, okay. Why it is called so? Because it contains maximum number of sensory cells, okay. Eyes, every sense organ have some sensory cells, okay. It contains two kind of sensory cells, that is rods and cones, okay. Rods are always activate for the dim light and cones are always activate sensitive for the color or the bright light, okay. When you enter in the darker room, the rods will get activated, okay, and when if you see in the bright light, okay, the colors may be differentiate in the color, not in the dark, okay. So that's why cones get activated to distinguish between the colors and to see in the bright light, okay. After this, so this portion, this region contains maximum number of rods and cones, that's why it is called area of best vision. After that there is blind spot, okay, blind spot is the spot where there is no any sensory cells, okay, that's why it is the area of no vision. After that there is optic nerve. Optic nerve is the nerve coming from the eye and directly goes to the brain, okay, it connected to the brain. So whatever we see, whatever image formed at the retina is sent to the brain, okay. The outermost layer is called conjunctiva. The outermost layer of the surface, it is connected with the eyelid. You can see the eyelashes here, it connected with the eyelids, okay. So outermost layer is conjunctiva. You might have seen many times we get a flu or infection in our eyes, that is called conjunctivitis, okay. It is because of conjunctiva. Conjunctiva may get infected and this condition is called conjunctivitis, okay. So this is done, I think, okay. So this is structure of eyeball, okay. In the next session we will study about how do we see, okay, the mechanism of the vision, how do we see by our eye, okay. Thank you.